if you can see here, the hands are kind of bent, if you notice that. It's kind of cool, I kind of like the style. But yeah, the big part is, you got the gestures. You can put up 2 thumbs up. Yep, 2 thumbs up you can put up. 2 high fives. Basically, just any gesture you put up 2 of. I think it's besides the party up. Nope, you can do 2 party ups. So, you can now do 2 things at once. It's kind of cool. You can now choose to pick up items with different hands. So, for starters, I am going to go to my Maker Pen menu, open palette. Oh, I gotta look for it. And by the way, that's not Goosebumps, really. That is a distraction. But I try to make a guitar. Styled off the one next to it, but made it blue. But now you can pick up their left, and even dual wield. It's pretty damn cool. That still can kind of use controls. You know, yep, dual wield. I just decided to get some pistols off the store to show how you could dual wield. So in like games like Jumbotron, like any quest, you could dual wield like 2 whips, 2 shotguns. You can dual wield weapons now. It's pretty damn cool. I'm gonna check if it works for melee weapons. So it's gonna be a quick check. So menu. See, I'm still getting pretty fucking used to controls. So I'm just gonna go to props, spawn in 2 blunderbusses to like prove how these are. I'll have to configure these grabbable though. So real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna check if it works in melees. Just for example, I'm gonna use 2 swords, and I'm gonna test out my 2 whips idea. And it may not work. So drop this. Can you get rid of the gesture? Yeah, just press stop. As you can see, whatever gesture you do, it's basically D-pad for one of your hands and square for the other. But as you can see here, dual wields are now a thing. So that could mean a lot for like PvP things. Okay, so my 2 whips idea does work. Now let's test out the 2 blunderbusses. Sadly, we don't have the tripod yet. I haven't checked that out yet, actually. That might be a setting. Now you can actually switch holsters now, here. Which will definitely help me. I kinda hope that, like, they make it so you can switch back to the original HUD, because I've gotten pretty used to that. So, yeah, I don't know if you can remove it yet, but hopefully there is a setting to, like, remove the gestures. Yeah, I've been playing Rec Room. I'm actually gotten decent at building here. Let me get some of my inventions. Oh, it's my character. I have just like got the update, so the controls are still a little bit awkward. So I'm going to show you some of the inventions, just so they don't like get messed up. I'm gonna make them not grabbable. I made a vacation bot and a shop bot, and both of these, because yeah, I play on PC, sometimes get annoying for the gestures. Yeah, it probably would, honestly. Oh, no. Yeah, I made these, and these were like when, yeah, I actually decided to animate them. These are like when the old update is, so I might wait for builds this update for, when I get like kind of used to it. My favorite's probably the vacation bot, but that's probably when I'm gonna start building again. Whenever I'm like a lot more used to the builds. I'm gonna go to the page, the updates. Hopefully you can still hear me. So update history, the ambidextrous edition. Playing Rackham with a controller or touchscreen should be as fun, creative, and social as playing VR. You want players to have the same capabilities regardless in which platform they play on. Right now, they don't. There are things you can do in VR that are hard or downright impossible to do with a controller. On the dev team, we often talk about a gap that exists between the capabilities of players in VR and capabilities of player in screens. With this update, we're taking a big step towards closing that gap. We're introducing the ambidextrous screen controls. Hope I'm pronouncing this right. Previous in screens, you could only use your right hand to interact with the world. Now, with the new controller, you can use either hand, or both simultaneously, with as few restrictions as possible, just like VR players, which means dual wielding works in paintball, and you can finally eat some pizza and drink bubbly at the same time. We didn't iterate the controls, we also took the opportunity to apply a fresh coat of paint to the screens and touch HUDs. We even added more option to hide the HUD entirely when playing with the gamepad, keyboard, or mouse. So, your answer has been answered. Your question has been answered by the update, so you can hide the HUD apparently. We also redesigned the way that players access their equip slots on screens. It's now possible to store and retrieve objects from any slot using either hand. Now it's just like in VR. To fully support these new controls, we had to shuffle around some button mapping. You can check out the updated button mapping. You can find these diagrams in your watch menu under settings, help. You can now form parties through the watch menu. When viewing a player's profile, select the party up button to send a new request, or accepting a new to send a new request, or accept an existing one. If you're already in a party with that player, the button will give you the option to leave that party instead. Other players' party requests will appear in messages screen your watch. Like game invites, party request messages are temporary and appear for that game session only. As a shortcut, you can also party up with nearby friends or players through the people screen. Fixed a bug where the extra text would appear when displaying bonuses at the end of a Wreck Royale game. You can now look at all the clothing and other people are wearing via the new outfit tab on their profile page, and you can buy items you like from there. Yeah, so I guess if you find somebody have an outfit that you like, just check their clothes page and a few tokens you can get an off. So that is the ambidextrous update. So just wanted to get a video out for the new update for people who don't have it out yet. Yeah, so I guess people didn't question, so maybe you could disable a certain play horror map. I just want to get rid of HUD. Yeah, I might actually look for that setting. Hide control hints, is that it? Yep, hide control hints. So I can go to a horror game now. Pay horror. I'll let you pick out of this first page. Yeah, no problem, man. But yeah, Night Dread, I will let you pick the horror game. I'll switch pages and I'll let you pick. This is just totally cursed. That music makes you lose control, horror? Oh, thanks. Yeah, no problem with helping. Creepy Horror Forest, Horror Alley, the Horror Hangout, Horrors of the Deep. What is that? Top best horror skin, corrupt horror, the horror begins. I mean, I really do, the ambidextrous. Tell me, do you want me, just, type in the chat, do you want me to, explain it from my own words, or go to the update history and, tell you? I'll let you make your choice. I'll be at your next stream. Ah, thank you, man. If you can friend me on PS4, the username is Zerl Jr. So we can talk if you want. So no problem for helping out. But yeah, with the update, Alex Staggs, since it is in the chat, you can dual wield now, which is actually pretty cool. There is one flaw about dual. Yep, that's good. Yeah, but you can send me a friend request tomorrow once you're awake. So yeah, no problem with helping. I'd say it's a pretty big update. It actually changed the gap. So yeah, but yeah, that's the problem with it. You can't reload while doing it. So guns with infinite ammo, I mean, could be pretty useful during this. So yeah, I'll let you pick if you want my own words or the update history, because I mean, I could easily explain it without issue. Oh, and Squid, if you're still in the stream, on Rec Room, my name is Tony Zamboni, so if you want to, like, play Rec Room with me later, you can, that's my username. Okay, so for everyone who wasn't on the stream before I had explained it, I will go back to the update history. So, but yeah, this is the new HUD, if you're wondering. But, I mean, if you want to hide it, you can just go into gameplay, hide control hints. But I'm probably end the stream after I explain it to you, so I don't have a problem with explaining to you. So, update history. Rec Room update. The Ambidextrous update. Playing Rec Room with a controller or touchscreen should be as fun as creative, and should be just as fun as creative as social playing in VR. We want players to have the same capabilities regardless of which platform they play on, and right now they don't. There are things you can do in VR that are hard or downright impossible to do with a controller. On the dev team, we often talk about a gap that exists between capabilities of players in VR and capabilities of players on screens. With this update, we're taking a big step towards closing the gap. We're introducing the ambidextrous screen controls. I just gotta clear my throat since I'm talking pretty fast. Previously on screens, you can only use your right hand to interact with the world. Now, with these new controls, you can use either hand, or both simultaneously, with as few restrictions as possible. Just like VR players, it means dual wielding works in paintball. And you can finally eat some pizza and drink some bubbly at the same time. We didn't just iterate the controls, we also took the opportunity to apply a fresh coat of paint to the screen and touch HUDs. We even had the option to hide the HUD entirely when playing with the gamepad or keyboard or mouse. So that's what I just showed. And they mentioned the dual wields, yeah. We also redesigned the way that players access their equip slots and screens. It's now possible to store and retrieve objects from any available slot using either hand, just like in VR. To fully support these new controls, you had to shuffle around some button mapping. You can check out the updated control mapping below. You can find these diagrams in your watch map and in your watch menu under Settings Help. You can now form parties through the watch menu. When viewing a player's profile, select the Party Up button to send a new request or accept an existing one. If you're already in that party with that player, the button will give you the option to leave that party instead. Other players' party requests will appear in the messages screen in your watch. Like game invites, or party request messages are temporary and appear for that game and that session only. As a shortcut, you can also party up with nearby friends or players through the people screen. Fixed a bug where the extra text would appear when displaying bonuses at the end of a Rec Royale game. So these are just general improvements. You can now look at clothing other people are wearing via the new outfit tab on the profile page, and you can buy any items you like from there, right from there. So as I mentioned, if you like someone's outfit, you can you can find the part you like and get it if you have tokens, like enough. So that has been it for the hold up. I'm just gonna turn my HUD back on for this outro part. Okay. Yeah. by, and this is a video on the update. Because I'm pretty sure it got launched like a couple minutes ago. So if your update is not up yet,